Welcome to another video with IDN TV. Now today we deep dive into the stories that matter. In today's video, we're breaking down the top 5 important moments from the young Dolph trial. Moments that surprised the courtroom, moved the case forward, and revealed key details in the quest for justice for young Dolph. From pivotal witness testimonies to bombshell evidence, stay tuned as we count down and go over the defining moments that helped shape this high-profile case. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Memphis. Welcome to Memphis, November the 17th of 2021, in the middle of the afternoon, just after noon, about 12:21, 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. You can stop there. It's called Orange Mound.
Mr. Haggerty, you're standing in front.
You can stop it here first. There's a couple times in this video we'll just have to wait, but it's a matter of seconds, and it's the last seconds of his life, so we can wait for him. You'll stop there first. Alright. This taller man here in the yellow shirt, blue jeans, white shoes. His name is Adolph Thornton, Jr. You've heard me read it a couple times now. He grew up in Memphis. The neighborhood he grew up in was Castalia, not terribly far from this, also a neighborhood in South Memphis. You'll see a member of his family testify this week, and she'll tell you a little bit about his background and his family. And one of the things that meant everything to him in terms of what is real is he wanted to make it for himself. He wanted to make it for himself. He wasn't interested. He wasn't interested in joining others. It was all about making it himself. He felt like when he grew up, he called it his come up. That's what he called it, his come up. That it was rough and hard, but it was important that he got through it himself and he wanted to make it for himself. And he made it for himself. As a rapper, as an artist. Young Dolph became famous. Shortened to Dolph. Very famous. Wanted to make it by himself. Wanted to be self-made. But it wasn't just about him. Because he also wanted a record label. He wanted to promote other artists. He wanted to make them famous. And so he started not just his own rap career, but a record label that's called Paper Route Empire. Paper Route. Like a young man or woman would have to make money on the side throwing papers. Trying to make it on your own is obviously hard. In this game, trying to make it on your own can create enemies. PRE, Paper Route Empire, his label, is not the only label in Memphis. He's not the only famous rapper in Memphis. Another label, CMG, Cocaine Music Group, and they became an enemy. They wanted Dolph under their label. But he turned down millions. I want to do it myself. The second time, they wanted Dolph under their label, but he turned down many millions. I want to do it myself. And in this game, whether it's smart or not, there are things called, just in Memphis, we call them diss tracks, D-I-S-S. A rap where I may insult, level whatever sort of insults and everything else I want to in the song itself. And Dolph had plenty of those. And he had plenty of those directed at this other label, the Cocaine Music Group, at their artist, and at their number 2 person. His name is Big Jook, the number 2 person of Cocaine Music Group. Through the years, and I'm talking years before what we're going to watch, having nothing to do with Mr. Johnson on trial, there were highly publicized incidents of violence directed by CMG against Dolph. He even wrote songs about it. Bulletproof. 100 rounds. And he also spewed out the disses and the insults. Stop it there. This man here got out of the car with Dolph. That's his brother. His name's Marcus Thornton. His brother, his friend. This thing that we're about to watch has had a terrible impact on Marcus. Not just his brother and his friend, but he also works security for them. In fact, as Marcus walks in this cookie store, he has a gun on his person. And he has another gun in the car. Dolph was well aware of the threats and the violence from CMG that were constantly hanging over him and his people. We'll wait 30 seconds. Stop it there. That car that just drove up came from this side of the parking lot. It actually had been following Dolph on the street. When Dolph turned in, it went up to this light where it got stopped for a few seconds and then came around. It's a white Mercedes. There's other pictures where you'll be able to see it more clearly. But it's a white Mercedes with back end damage back here on the back passenger side of the car. It's a stolen car. It's a stolen car that our defendant here, Justin Johnson, traded for one car for another at a gas station about 10 hours before this murder happened. This man got out of the passenger side of the white Mercedes. Door's still open. We saw him run to the parking lot. He's here with a large semi-automatic weapon. He's in a hoodie. He's got sweatpants, and he's got white shoes. We'll see a second man come out of the car too. Those two men that we're going to see come out of the car, they're going to gun Dolph down. He's inside the business. He has walked over to sort of where the bathrooms are in the business. He's as close as I am to y'all. There's the window, and he's getting shot through the window. Both of these men will shoot. This one in particular, that looks like he's never shot this type of gun before. It's because he probably hadn't. The second man out of the car who's driving is our defendant, Justin Johnson. Neither one of these men are professional hitmen. If it looks like they don't take tactical shooting stances, it's because they don't. Let's watch Mr. Johnson get out of the car. You can stop it here. This is Dolph here. Remember, he was wearing the yellow. This is Marcus. Remember, I told you he had a gun. He tries to return fire as these two men quickly shoot Dolph. Dolph's body's riddled with bullets. He shot all in the back, in the face, in the neck, in his arms. The first man out was Cornelius Smith, and he has that semi-automatic weapon, shooting wildly into Dolph. The second man out was Justin Johnson, who has a handgun, who's firing at Dolph as he lays on the ground. Marcus Thornton starts firing back once he hears the shots. Now we see him emerge from the building. Can't tell in the video, but Marcus actually hits Cornelius in the shoulder. And what did you do once you decided to tell the truth?
I had spoke with my lawyer.
And thereafter, have you met a few times with detectives?
Yes.
And have you met, if we count those 2 minutes right back here, I guess 3 or 4 times with me, is that correct?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say you did that because you realized you had been caught?
Yeah, I've been caught and I got a conscience too. Now they don't know where my senses. Yeah, I got a conscience.
I'm going to play a video up here, Cornelius. You can turn a little bit, see it once we start playing.
That's the day that we had saw young Dolph and them pulling in Makitas.
All right, so whose car is that?
That's young Dolph's car.
All right, and you say we, who saw this car?
Me and Justin.
Well, let's back up then and tell me, how do you know Justin?
Through Govan.
All right, and who is Govan?
Hernandez Govan Quick. We know him by Quick.
Okay, who is Quick?
Associate.
All right, you say associate. Is he younger or older than you?
Older.
What neighborhood does he hang out in?
Orange Mound.
Does he live over there?
Yes, sir, he did.
Do you know what street his house is on?
Bragg.
Are you familiar with that street?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever buy drugs from Mr. Govan?
Yes, I brought ecstasy pills.
Okay, would he sell you ecstasy pills?
We knew that, you know, they had a hit on Dolph and them head or whatever, so
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph head or whatnot, so
How do you know that Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head?
Cause Quick had told me about it, Quick, and you know what I'm saying, being just
How much money was it supposed to be?
100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Were y'all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Yeah, me and him supposed to be giving Quick 10,000 apiece.
Alright, so you and him were going to give Govan 10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay. Had you spoken with Justin about this?
Yeah, we had been talking about it.
Okay. This was not something that just happened this day, but something that was in the process for weeks?
Yeah, we.
How did y'all hook up this day, if you remember?
He had pulled up to get me. He came and got me or whatever.
Where'd he get you from?
He got me from my father's house.
Where's your father's house?
Out of Lamar Sims.
Orange Mound area?
Yeah.
Had either you called him or he called you or anything like
He
this?
had called me the first time I missed the call. Then he called me back, I answered. He was telling me basically they were pulling up because we already knew what was going on.
When you say you already knew what was going on, you already knew that this is about?
Yeah, because we knew they were doing a turkey drive, so we was actually on our way to Westwood.
Had you and Justin talked about this particular day before?
Like, nah, not the specific day. Like, we just knew that it was turkey drive going every day that week. We just knew that.
You knew that, the paper said you knew Dolph was involved in these turkey drives this week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we didn't know we were going to catch him, but we knew that his artists, you know, everybody had a hit on his head. Everybody had a price on his head.
From Jook?
Yeah, from Jook.
And that was going to be y'all's business this week.
Yeah, that was our beating week.
When he arrived at the house, do you remember what he was driving?
White Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, had you seen that car before?
Nah, I ain't never saw that car.
Did you get in the car with him?
Yeah, I got him.
Was there anybody else in the car?
Nah, it was just me and Jesse.
Were there any guns in the car?
Yeah, they was on the back seat in the bag.
Do you remember what kind of guns they were?
A Draco, handgun.
Okay. And Draco, Memphis, some type of bigger semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
And then a handgun? Do you remember what you were wearing that day?
I had on some gray sweatpants, orange and white Jordan 1s, and a blue Gap hoodie.
The blue Gap hoodie?
With a do-rag on.
With the do-rag on. Did y'all have gloves?
I had my own glue.
You had your own gloves?
He had his own glue.
When you got in the car, did you have your gloves on?
Nah, I ain't have the gloves on.
You said Justin had his own gloves?
Yeah, he had his gloves on. Black gloves.
He had his black gloves on before he picked you up?
Yeah.
Does he get out of his car and pick you up, or do you go up to the car? How's that work?
Nah, I got out the house, came out the house, walked and got on in the car.
Okay. Off to do the mission.
Yeah, do a mission. Try to catch somebody.
Try to catch one of the rappers
Yeah, one of them
at the Turkey Drive in Westwood.
in Westwood. Yeah.
All right. What happens after y'all get in the car?
We went back on Bradley Street. He got some out of I think they were like a expedition truck that he had parked on Bradley Street. And then we took the back street and we was at Lamar Airways. We at the light.
So he picks up, let me get this right. He picks you up in the Mercedes, is that right?
Yeah.
But you go to Bradley Street.
Yeah.
And is there an expedition already there?
Yeah, expedition already there. Parked in the yard.
Do you know who parked that expedition there?
I guess he did.
Okay, we're not allowed to guess in here.
Well,
Okay. So
nah, I ain't see him parking though.
Okay.
I don't see him.
And what color was it?
White.
A white expedition.
Yeah, white.
Did y'all do anything when y'all went to Bradley Street at that point?
He got something out the truck and then jump back in the car.
I got you. So he gets out of the Mercedes at Bradley Street, goes into the Expedition and gets something,
Yeah.
and comes back.
Come back.
Do you know what he got?
Nah, I don't know.
Are y'all talking at this point?
Nah, we wasn't talking, like, cause he was on the phone at first, then he hung it up. But we wasn't talking about.
Now, y'all were cool with each other, is that right? You and Justin?
God.
He gets back in the white Mercedes.
Yeah, he get big in the white Mercedes, and we take the back street, I think Gentry and stuff, to, we was at Lamar and Airways. We finna get on the expressway, going to the expressway.
Okay. Bradley to Dedrick, is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then y'all are going to get on the expressway.
Yeah, we finna get on the expressway on Airways.
Okay. But and this is Airways that we see.
Yeah, it's Airways.
Okay. What happens once y'all get to Airways?
We at the light. Dolph knew come clean across the light.
How'd y'all know it was Dolph?
Everybody know, how the car is, the armed petite cars and stuff.
Yeah. People in Memphis knew about that rap, right?
Yeah.
That camouflage white and green and blue rap.
Camouflage.
That surprised you? See him like that?
Yeah.
Did you say anything or did Justin say anything?
We was like, there go Dolph right there.
All right. What did y'all do?
We perceived the trailer. Proceeded the trailer.
So y'all are following him on Airways?
Yeah, right over the street.
And you saw the first part of this video, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you see him pull off here to the cookie store?
Yeah, he pulled in the cookie store.
What'd y'all do?
We made the block. Came with the bagway. I jumped out.
All right, well, let's back up here though. We saw him pull off of Airways to here, is that right?
Yeah.
Y'all, can you see my little pointer?
Yeah.
Y'all would be traveling this direction on Airways, is that right? Then did y'all do a crazy U-turn or anything, or what'd y'all do?
Nah. We came with the back street.
Following the clickers is what y'all did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to the light, made the loop around.
Did you see him get out of his car like this?
Nah, I ain't seen him get out the car.
Okay. Had you ever even tried the cookies there?
No, sir.
He ever talked to you about the cookies?
Yes, sir.
Is that Dolph?
Yes, sir.
The chain around his neck, is that the PRE chain?
Yes, sir.
The one that we saw in the exhibit?
Yes, sir.
And that's Marcus behind him?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Happens quick.
Yes, sir.
It's us right there.
Stop it here.
It's me.
Can you stop it? All right. We're gonna back up. I wanted to, back up a little bit. All right. First guy out of the car, who's that?
It's me.
That's you? Which one of do you have?
I got the little Draco stab going.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
You ever shot that thing before?
Nah, I ain't never shot me one of them.
Okay. You can proceed, Irish. That's your Gap hoodie, is that right?
Yeah, it's me.
That's you. Who are you shooting at?
Don't.
Alright, now back it up again, Miss Iris, if you would. Back it up for Justin getting out of the car. All right, who's the second person here that got out of the driver's side?
It just,
He's got the smaller handgun, is that right?
yeah, bad baseball hat, bad pro baseball hat.
You're firing this crazy thing. What you see? What are you feeling?
I wasn't feeling nothing at the time, but I ain't gonna even lie. I wasn't feeling nothing at the time. I was just, trying to get some money.
Trying to get some money? Bet you probably would have wasted on oxycodone and ecstasy.
Trying to do something.
You shot that gun a bunch?
Right in there?
Right then and there.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I shot out.
Aiming for Dolph.
I ain't gonna know.
Was he able to say anything to y'all, or was he able to run or get away at all?
I shot through the glass, so I wasn't close up on him. I was shooting through the glass.
Okay.
I saw him standing by the window. I just got out and started shooting.
All right. Proceed till Justin shoots. There with the handgun. Who's that?
It just,
All right. You proceed. All right. You stop right here. It's Dolph's brother, Marcus. Did you know that he shot back at y'all?
I ain't noticed until we pulled out. And there was a bullet hole in my side window. And I told Justin, I'm like, man, I'm hit. He was like, I'm hit too. So I see, I'm hit right here on my leg. And I see a bullet hole in my sweater. I said, damn, I'm hit. So we driving out, he was saying he was hit. I'm talking to him, making sure we on wreck, making sure he's straight. I'm like, you alright? He's like, yeah, I'm straight. But the bullet head went in my arm, and it was a bullet in my back.
I'm going to back up. You and Justin here are running to the white Mercedes, is that right?
Right.
You get in what side of the car?
I get on the passenger side.
And Justin gets back in the driver's side?
Yeah, he get back on the driver's side.
Y'all get in the car. You can watch the rest of the video here. Did y'all see Marcus get in the second car?
Nah, but when we pulled out, and I knew it was shots fired, I was finishing.
Okay, so y'all brought them with you from the Mercedes to the expedition?
Yeah.
Were y'all still wearing your gloves? Do you remember?
Nah, I don't remember.
Okay. So y'all are in the expedition. The FaceTime call with Jook has happened. What do y'all do? Where y'all headed? What y'all saying?
We went to the gas station, put some gas in the expedition truck first in the University of Memphis area. Then he was trying to find, Justin was trying to find somebody at the house we could go so, we could get cleaned up or whatnot.
All right. You needed some medical attention or something.
Yeah, he had called one of his partners, Justin had called one of his partners to bring me a wound kick, or whatever.
Do you know who he called?
I don't know what he called.
Do you have your phone with you during this?
Nah, my phone, I had left my phone in the bin, in the Mercedes bin.
All right, so when you got in the bins from your house, did you have your phone with you?
Yeah, I had my phone, I put it in the glove department.
Okay. When you got out to shoot Dolph like we saw, did you have your phone with you?
Nah, it was in the glove department of the bin.
Okay. Had you put it in the glove department so that it wouldn't be on you?
Yeah, I put it in.
But you forgot.
Yeah.
So when you and Justin in the expedition, you don't have your phone, but he has his.
Yeah.
Is he able to make contact with somebody to figure out how to get stuff or where to go?
Oh, he had called one of his cousins. He said whose house we went over in Whitehaven, so we could clean up, change clothes or whatnot. And Quit had called like, man, y'all gotta clean me stuff up. Quit had called, and I was like, man, get my phone at the car. Get my phone at the car. Left my phone in the car. So he was like, all right, we need to move this car. That's what Quit was saying.
So we talked to Jook right after,
Yeah.
but Quet too.
Yeah.
And do you remember whether or not the conversations with Quet happened before y'all got to his cousin's apartment or after?
Yeah, I can't recall.
Okay. But it was all close together.
Yeah, it was out.
And tell me again what Quet said during these conversations.
Yeah, we had to like get rid of that car. We had to move that car, get rid of it.
Because y'all had put this car in a driveway on Bradley, right?
Yeah, right across the street from the house.
Right across the street from where Quet lived.
West State, right.
And he said y'all need to move this.
Yeah, we gotta burn that junk up. Gotta get rid of it.
Y'all were busy trying to get yourselves taken care of, though.
Yeah, we went, you know, we changed clothes or whatever, and I had whole peroxide on me and wrapped myself up, and I had to text my girl to come get me, text her the address off of her Justin phone to come get me.
And let's get there, but you said that Justin had contacted his cousin about going to her place, is that right?
Yeah,
Is that Kiana Hopper?
yeah,
Did y'all in fact go to her place?
correct.
When y'all went to her place, what car were y'all in?
We was in the white expedition.
When y'all get to her place, what do y'all do?
So we went inside, changed clothes, and we was in there. She had helped me for a minute before the wound kit came. She was helping me out or whatever. We changed clothes, and the wound kit came. I was able to, you know, put bandage on it and stuff like that.
I want to show you a video. Is that the White Expedition?
Yeah, that's the white expedition.
Who's driving it?
I'm driving.
This woman that we had seen earlier that walks back, is that Justin's cousin?
Yeah, that's her.
Can stop it here. Driver just got out. Who's that?
That's me.
You got your shirt all messed up, don't you?
Yeah.
Why is that
I'm bleeding. I'm shot.
in the shoulder?
Yeah.
Go, and we saw somebody get out of the passenger side, is that right?
Yeah, that's just.
Alright, you can play a little further. Gray sweatpants, black hoodie, and that hat we saw is Justin, is that correct?
Correct.
Same outfits that y'all were wearing during the murder?
Correct.
Y'all go inside, tell me what y'all do once y'all get inside.
We change clothes. We change clothes. We didn't talk too much to her about nothing that went down or nothing like that.
Alright.
But we had change clothes or whatnot.
Tell me about your shoulder.
I was bleeding. Like I was bleeding and stuff, so she gave me some peroxide and stuff, put on my shoulder or whatnot. And the wound kit pulled up. So I was able to bandage that junk up.
Wound kit, did you say pulled up or came up, is that right?
Yeah.
Had Justin gone outside?
Yeah, he went outside to get the bag.
Play that next video. Do you know whose charger this is?
Nah, I don't know the charge.
See that man that came out?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It just.
He's taking off the hoodie, is that right?
Taking off a hoodie?
He doesn't have the hoodie on anymore, does he?
Nah, we had trying clothes.
What are these things in his hand?
Oh, that's the wound kit. Walgreens, baby.
He's got like a yellow, looks like a piece of clothing or something, is that right?
Yeah.
And then the wound care bags?
Yeah.
Does he come back in the apartment?
Yeah, he come back in with the wound care. The wound kit.
And then wound care wise, what happens in there?
Oh, clean me up. We had cleaned each other really good. He had got scraped on the back. I can see it though.
You got shot.
Yeah, I got a shot.
He had a scrape?
Yeah, he got scraped on the back.
After y'all get patched up, y'all leave the apartment?
I had text my girl from his phone and sent her the address to come get me.
Okay, you had used Justin's phone to text your girlfriend?
Right.
When y'all talked to Quet and he told y'all to move the car, did you tell him anything about your phone?
Yeah, I told him to get my phone at the glove department, and he told me to meet him over at the car wash to get my phone or whatever.
Okay. We can play the video of y'all leaving now. who's in the yellow hoodie?
It's just in the yellow hoodie. It's me with the black.
And then Kiana again, is that right?
Yeah.
You're walking over here. What are you walking to?
I'm walking to my girl truck. It just pulled up.
Okay. Is that a Chevy Trax? Is that right?
It's 120 shift truck.
At this point, have y'all made arrangements as far as meeting up later or anything like that?
Yeah, I was actually finna go get my phone from Quick and go get me some pills because I was shot up. And he was finna go get the money from Jook. He supposed to, we.
Is this the Chevy Trax?
Yeah, it's a Chevy truck.
Justin there in the yellow?
Yeah.
Justin still in the yellow hoodie?
Yeah, it's just,
You in the car with your girlfriend?
yeah, I'm in the car with my girl.
Y'all go your separate ways at this point?
Yeah, we got that boy.
Where do you and your girlfriend go?
I went to meet Quick
Where'd you meet him at?
at the car wash.
Is that Pressure World?
Yeah,
Did you in fact meet him there?
yes.
What happened when you met him there?
I got my phone from him and he was telling me that he heard that Dolph had shot one of us because I had told him how he told me that he heard that Dolph had shot one of us and that one of our blood was on the scene and he had me that we have our face masks on and stuff.
Did you tell me you had your mask on?
Yeah.
Now it wasn't actually Dolph that had shot one of you, was it?
Nah.
It was actually the brother.
Right.
Did you tell him that at the time?
Nah, I ain't know.
How long, was that the extent of the conversation you had with Quet at the time?
Up there, and then I had left, and he had called my phone, and he was like, he needed to holler at me about something else, and he was finna pull up on me over my dad's house real fast, so I waited for him.
From the car wash, do you remember where you went?
I went to my dad's house.
Okay. And did he pull up at your dad's house?
Yeah, he pulled up at my dad's house.
Did y'all have a second conversation there?
Yeah, we had a second conversation, and I had asked him to give me some more money, so I give me some more pills.
Did he give you some more money?
Yeah.
Was there anything else relayed in that second conversation about Dolph's murder or?
He was just saying we just gotta get rid of the car. He was saying we gotta get rid of the car and stuff.
Quet was saying that y'all need to get rid of the car.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of the car.
That it was y'all's problem?
Yeah, it really was everybody's problem. He was just like, just need to give us the key to that car so we can get rid of the car.
Okay. Justin had the keys to the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Right. Now, when Justin left, did he tell you where he was going?
Nah, he ain't tell me exactly where you going, but he supposed to got up with Jook and got back up with me.
Do you know whether or not he actually did get up with Jook?
Nah, I don't know.
When Justin left in the expedition, where were the guns?
They was in the truck with me.
In the truck? In the expedition?
Yeah.
Do you know what happened with those guns?
Nah, I don't know.
Have you ever seen them again at all?
I ain't even see Justin no more.
Do you remember that night? Did you sleep good, sleep bad? How were you?
I had passed out the night. I had blacked out in the bathroom from too much blood or whatever.
Okay.
But my girl had got me back up and stuff like that.
Were you worried about your physical condition?
Nah, I wasn't worried because I knew long as I wasn't bleeding out the mouth that I was okay. Long as I ain't no blood coming from my mouth, I'm straight. I've been shot before, so I was straight. So.
Was your girl worried about you?
Yeah, she was worried. She was worried.
Inside of the building?
Inside of the building.
Walking into the door there?
Yes.
White expedition arrives and then this man comes into the building.
Correct. Dark hoodie, gray sweat, black shoes, white bottom.
He walked here and then this camera picked him up. There's a bank of elevators back here.
Yes,
There's apartments on the top floors of the buildings.
it is.
Still way back here at the elevators.
Yes.
Stop it there. Okay. All right, here's a man, white expedition, comes into the building, walks to the lobby, gets in the elevator, comes up to the floor. Look, it's floor 8.
Yes.
What floor does Kiana Hopper's cousin Justin Johnson live on?
Which is ID is 808. Yes. 8th floor.
8th floor. And this man has on black shoes, white soles,
Yes.
gray sweatpants,
Yes.
a little emblem on the
Little
sweatpants.
logo on the side. Yes.
We all recognize that in Memphis as a Bass Pro hat,
That's
is that
correct.
right?
Yes.
He's got a phone in his hand, and
Yes.
maybe some food or something.
Yes.
Okay. Shoes, sweatpants, hoodie.
Yes.
This time the hood on. Comes out of the elevator. parking garage.
to the parking garage.
This car arrives,
Yes.
and then what is that?
That's the white Mercedes. Pulling up to the pump.
One of the craziest things to me about this is how busy a gas station is at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, now white door. Mercedes open.
Getting out and going to pump gas.
Do we learn who this individual is?
Learned that was kindergartner.
These guys are coming back to the Infinity.
Right.
Only one of them got out of the Infinity, though.
Right.
It's hard to watch
One.
both cars at once. Driver gets back in driver's side. What's he doing?
He's speaking to someone in the passenger in the car.
Okay, so there's somebody in this passenger side of this Infinity.
Yes.
White Mercedes. And Infinity.
And then they drive around and pull around to the
We'll loop around.
side of it.
We'll switch angles. White Mercedes.
Yes. There you're seeing an individual walk around and get into the Mercedes.
Uh-huh. Impossible. You would agree with me that it's impossible to tell if that's Justin Johnson or not.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
But would you also agree with me? Different than what Kirsten Gardner was wearing.
Correct. And there you can see both cars leave the area.
We know that car, don't we?
That's the car that we located. That's also the car in the video and the keys cookies with the damage.
Okay.
The passenger side rear side panel.
Okay. Come back in the white Mercedes, but also we'll see closer. I guess in the elevator.
Yes. Carrying something.
He's actually carrying his daughter, is that
Carrying
right?
his daughter, yes.
Let me stop for a second. These people aren't from Memphis. Would it be fair to say it takes 10 minutes to get from the Crosstown building to Mercedes Cookies?
Possibly 10, 15 minutes.
10 to 15. Shoes, sweatpants, sweatshirt, Bass Pro hat.
Yes.
His daughter's with him.
Yes.
He appears to be on the phone. Now they're going in the garage. This area right here, is that correct?
Correct.
And you said that we found two types of casings in that area?
Two different types. We had 40 caliber casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and 40 caliber is a hand case and 7.62 is that assault rifle casing?
It is.
And this is the victim's car, is that right?
It is.
And this is where we walk in and out of the business?
The entrance.
And this is a little side area?
It is.
And later we're going to see the victim lying in this little side area, is that right?
That's correct.
The front of the store?
Front of the store with the address 2370 of Makita's Cookie Shop. We also have defects in the glass, bullet holes in the glass of the door.
And we'll see this with a later picture, but let me go ahead and ask you about it. Did we find casings from inside the store where Dolph's brother was firing back from?
We did. We found 9mm.
Okay, and that's an entirely different type of handgun too, is that correct? So we have 9mm casings inside the store.
Inside.
We have 40 caliber casings outside the store, and we have 7.62 casings outside the store.
Correct.
And on a later picture, I'll ask you about one more set of them. Counter area of the store.
Front counter area inside of the business.
For perspective, the cashier's booth or whatever with the register would be right around here, is that right?
It is.
Mr. Hagerman, if you can tell.
And later on, when we see the victim's body, is it going to be in this area here?
It is. Right in that area.
And when we see flower pot, like with his necklace and things like that, over this area?
Further to the left of it, yes. This view is a view that's farther back from the entrance of the business of Makita's. On that ground there, it's closer to the street of Airways. On the ground, we have evidence markers with shell casings there. And we found 226 rounds.
223 maybe?
223, I mean. I'm sorry.
Okay. So if we're gonna, I think now we've accounted for all the casings.
Yes.
So let's start from inside the store. There are 9mm casings from Dolph's brother, is that right?
Inside the business.
There are semi-automatic 7.62 casings from one of the shooters.
Correct.
There's 40 caliber casings from another of the shooters.
Correct.
And then there are these 223 casings, and is that a type of semi-automatic weapon?
Yes, it is.
From Dolph's brother as he runs out.
That's right.
What are these things?
That's inside of the business. You have a door, entry door into the bathroom. It leads to the hallway that leads to the bathroom. It has bullet holes and shattered glass on the door.
And perspective from inside the store, the register's over here.
Correct, it is.
We're about to see a picture of the victim's body, and it is going to be in the area of this little side area, is that right?
Correct.
I'm going to go out of order to exhibit 36. It's just that little side area.
That's the little side area we referred to earlier. You have the flower pot there with its charm off of his necklace. It says PRE. His necklace is down towards the bottom of the photo.
And then
Your marker is 53.
And if we were to come this way down a little bit, would we see the victim's body?
We would.
Close up, already marked, stays exhibit 3, the PRE charm or whatever.
Yes.
I'm going to do this one a little different. Families in the courtroom. Officer Dabney, if I may publish this to the jury, just myself, Your Honor.
You may.
Mentioned, I think, was one shooter with, is that an assault rifle? And would that be consistent with the shoots those 7.62 casings?
Correct.
This window, is that the one you saw busted out with the pictures that we just saw?
It is.
With the victim lying here?
Yes,
And this is that, would this be that side area of the store?
it is.
From that first day, y'all would have this image of the suspect with the 7.62, is that right?
It is.
Hoodie, does he appear to be wearing gloves?
He's wearing gloves.
Sweatpants, white shoes, mask.
Yes.
Second suspect, kind of gun here,
Yes.
is handgun.
Handgun.
Handgun consistent with 40 calibers that you would have seen here.
Yes.
We're still operating with some blur, but gray sweatpants, is that correct?
That's correct.
Black shoes, white soles.
Yes.
Better in the picture than it is on the overhead. You said something about a little white insignia, is that
like
correct?
a little insignia designer on the sweats on the side there.
If I put the cursor on it, covers it up. We'll pass this around in a second. Black hoodie,
Black hoodie,
mask,
mask,
gloves,
gloves,
Bass Pro hat.
Bass Pro hat.
Suspect vehicle,
Yes.
what kind of car is it?
It's a Mercedes-Benz
Color,
white,
what kind of car is that right there?
and that's the white Ford Expedition. Kiana approaching the Expedition.
Two men outside. Go ahead.
Outside.
Go ahead. Were you interested in those two men?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why you're interested in those two men.
And the clothing that they have on, you see the dark sweatshirt, the gray hoodie, the black hoodie. Yeah, you can see.
Charger just sort of repositions, but this man came outside, is that right?
Yes. Came out up to the rear of the
You're
back.
interested in this man?
Yes.
Sweatpants?
Sweatpants, black shoes, white soles on. Maybe into the car.
He's got bags or
Bags,
something
yes.
now?
You see how his pants are sagging there a little bit. We have that was something that we looked at also.
In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes,
Can we in fact see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yes. He gets into it and shuts the door.
Like a yellow article of clothing or something now?
Yeah, it looks like a yellow hoodie. He got
Is this apartment building here the one that Keanu Hopper lives in?
yes, it is.
Vehicle here's a Chevy.
It's a Chevrolet SUV, small SUV.
Do y'all get interested in that one too?
We did.
Expedition's still there. He had a yellow article of clothing when he left that Charger.
Yes. It's what the one that appeared that he got out of the Charger. The suspect gets in, Kiana comes up to the driver's door.
The other suspect has walked off camera, is that right?
He walked out of view to the right of the video there.
Chevy's back.
Correct.
Suspect returns to the apartment complex.
He did.
Suspect returns to the white Expedition.
He did.
The Chevy track still there.
It's still there.
Kiana.
Kiana.
This is that middle ground between the parking garage and the building.
Correct.
And with the lights and stuff, the blur and everything, things become clearer when he walks in the building. In the yellow hoodie now, right?
Yellow hoodie, correct.
We saw that at Haven Court in the 2 lanes, didn't we?
We did.
I don't know if you could tell from that video, or if it will show, but no longer in the shoes, is that correct? And some slides.
Yes.
It was 7 hours after the murder.
Yes.
Bags packed. Homes or wherever.
Yes.
Next time we see him in person is arrested in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, yes.
He has social media though too, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did you and Detective Browning subpoena and obtain some of his social media?
It was.
His Instagram, his Facebook?
Yes.
And after the murder, until the time that he's in custody in Indianapolis, are y'all able to obtain images that he posts to social media?
They were obtained, yes, from his phone.
And Detective Browning
Yes.
may be the expert on this stuff.
Yes, he is.
All right, we'll see those later with Detective Brown.
Yes.
Murder weapons ever found?
No.
Big Jook. His name came up in this, is that correct?
That's correct.
What are we looking at?
Looking at the front of the house, also on the left side there, you can see back in the wooded area, the tree line. That's where they parked the. That's where we located the white Mercedes-Benz. And that's on Bradley.
You can see some Texas walking back here.
Yes, that's the gate parking.
Cars sitting back here somewhere.
Yes,
House on Bradley.
that's on Bradley.
A vacant abandoned house, is that correct?
That's a vacant. Yes, it is.
We go across the street. I got Hernandez Govan's house.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Directly across.
I know that y'all are big on video. I've seen y'all, pull it from Nicatus, and I've seen you pull it from Tulane. Did y'all canvass this area, this neighborhood, for any possible video?
We had investigators who came to the area for video, and none was found.
No video on Bradley Street?
No video located. Again, you can see a couple of investigators, and you can see the rear of the white Mercedes-Benz parked in the tree, in the bush back there.
40, we're walking up on it.
Closer image of the white Mercedes with the Illinois tag,
41, driver's side.
driver's side.
42, we're looking inside of it. It has like a license plate inside of it.
Correct. It has a Mississippi, DeSoto County license plate on the passenger rear seat. Passenger side view of the Mercedes-Benz, you can also see the damage there going down the passenger side of the vehicle, especially on the rear side panel.
So is it fair to say when you see this, you know that you've got your car?
Yes.
Do y'all investigate like where'd this car come from?
Yes, we would check the VIN, or license plate.
Did y'all in fact find that the car was taken in a carjacking in Memphis a few weeks before this crime?
We did.
Did y'all in fact find that the suspect in that carjacking was Treon Ingram?
Correct.
And I'll say it here that Justin Johnson was not a suspect in that carjacking.
No, sir.
But car taken in Memphis a few weeks before, suspect Treon Ingram.
Trey, I think.
Car makes it to the tunnel.
Correct. That's the tunnel.
I call it tunnel. That's where y'all process cars, is that right?
Correct. The crime scene investigative.
That is 53, 43. In the tunnel, now we can see that damage real good.
Yes. Damage to the passenger side, rear side panel.
Like fingerprint dust, stuff like that you're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about?
Yes.
And you said there were letters, that's like an A.
Yes.
Here we have back of the car, B. Closer up on that. 44, C. 51, B. 52, E. Various license plates found in the car.
Yes.
45, Mississippi plate. 46, a couple of Illinois plates. I want to ask you about your brother, Justin Johnson, okay? Do you see him in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Can you point him out and tell me what he's wearing?
Wearing a gray sweater.
Okay, and is he seated here behind these two attorneys? Could the record reflect he's identified as brother Justin Johnson? We just have to do that for the court reporter. It's a legal thing. Mr. Johnson, you are actually charged in this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You are charged with taking possession of some of your brother's property after the Dolph and for aiding him to communicate with another man by the name of Cornelius Smith after the Dolph. Okay? You have an attorney for that case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's actually in the courtroom today.
Yes, sir.
You have pled guilty to being an accessory after the fact, several counts of that offense for taking control over the car your brother was driving afterwards, for taking control over a phone that your brother had afterwards, and for helping him by using the phone communicate with Cornelius Smith. Is that right? And you've entered a guilty plea to those offenses, but you have not been sentenced yet. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Meaning that a judge has not had a hearing and told you what your sentence is going to be. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Had you ever been arrested before this case?
No, sir.
Ever been to 201 Papa for court cases and stuff like this before this case? This was the first time,
Yes, sir.
and it's the only time.
Yes, sir.
Is he your full brother?
We got the same dad, different mom.
Okay. Same dad, different mother, so half brother or whatever. As y'all grew up, did y'all actually grow up together in the same house every day?
No, sir.
You've described sort of how often you would see your brother Justin. I liken it to something like me and my cousins or something. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
So you grew up in a different household than your brother.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But you would see your brother from time to time? Is that,
Yes, sir.
would you see him at family stuff? Or
Younger, yeah.
when you were younger? Okay. I want to take you back to 2021, okay? November of 2021. Now, did you even know who Dolph was?
A rapper, yeah.
A rapper, okay. So you knew Dolph was a rapper,
Yes, sir.
okay? Did you have anything to do with some sort of plan on the front end?
No, sir.
Is that anything that you would ever be involved in?
No, sir.
Any sort of plan, other PRE? Do you know that? Do you know what PRE is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any plan to kill another PRE artist or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. In 2021, about how often would you talk or communicate with your brother Justin? Like every other week?
Yes, sir.
In 2021, about how many times do you think you saw him that whole year?
Like 2 or 3 times.
Okay. So in all of 2021, you would have seen him 2 or 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Does that sound about right? And you would have talked to him maybe once a week or every 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So it'd be fair to say that y'all were not close.
Yeah. Nah, we were close, but we didn't talk all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. I got my stuff.
Okay. Were his friends your friends?
No, sir.
Okay. So did you know the people he hung out with?
No, sir.
Did you know, for instance, Treon Ingram?
No, sir.
That name mean anything at all to you?
No, sir.
Where were you living in 2021
I was
when this happened?
when the murder happened.
When this time period that we're talking about, when Dolph got murdered, and when we're here later that Justin gives you his time.
Oh, the Harbor apartments,
The Harbor Park. Now, what area of Memphis?
East Memphis.
All right, so you were living in East Memphis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for people that are not from here, there's downtown.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? There's Midtown that is next to downtown that includes Crosstown.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's South Memphis, there's North
Yes,
Memphis,
sir.
and then there's East Memphis.
Yes, sir.
And you were living out in East
Yes,
Memphis.
sir.
Who were you living with?
I live with my mom and 2 sisters.
Okay. And
my
did you
son. Yeah.
you have a son? Is that correct? And you have custody of your son. How old's your son now?
4.
And were you working back in 2021?
Yes, sir.
Where were you working?
I was working at Disney warehouse.
Okay, at the Disney warehouse. All right. Trying to support your son
Yes, sir.
and living in those apartments with your mom and your sisters.
Yes, sir.
Did there come a time after Dolph was killed that your brother Justin got in contact with you?
Yes, sir.
What was it about?
About bringing me a rental car.
About bringing you a rental car. Now, had you asked him for a car or anything?
No.
Okay, so this is, do you know what out of the blue means? Would this be something sort of out of the blue?
No, he knew I didn't have a car.
Okay, your brother would have known you didn't have a car.
Yeah, he knew I didn't have a car.
Okay. And was not having a car hard for you?
Yes, sir.
Who had to drive you to the warehouse?
I had to get rides from different people.
You had to get rides. Okay. Calls you about giving you a car.
Yes, sir.
Does this sound good to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. What happens after the phone call?
I was getting out from work. On the way home, he was like, he was gonna come and bring me the car so I can get back and forth to work. So, I can get the car and stuff.
Okay. And did he in fact do that?
Yes, sir.
Where did he,
And like an hour later to the office.
like an hour later? At your apartment complex? Okay. What kind of car did he arrive in?
It was a white Chrysler.
Okay. You know what a Chrysler 200 or 300 looks like?
I think it was a 300.
Okay. Oh, they look similar, 200, 300, right? I was just asking, does it look like one of those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is he driving that car?
Yes, sir.
Does he have anybody with him?
There was some people in the truck.
What kind of truck is it? What color was the truck?
It was white.
A white truck? You say truck, you mean like a pickup truck, or do you mean like a big SUV?
It was a big SUV.
Big SUV? Okay. Do you know who the people were in the white SUV with him were?
No, sir.
Okay, what happens when he gets there?
Tell me he outside.
Okay.
Okay. Go outside, get in the car.
You get in the car with him? All
He
right.
was quiet. He had 2 phones.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess he was just putting numbers in the phones and stuff.
He was in what?
He was like switching the numbers, putting numbers in the phone, another phone.
Okay, so he has 2 phones in front of you, and it looks like he's taking numbers from one and putting it in the other?
Yeah.
Okay, now had y'all talked about a phone or anything before?
Nah.
All right, he was bringing you a car. You're in the car. He's got 2 phones. Before this conversation about bringing your car and stuff, when was the last time you had talked to him?
Probably like 2 or 3 weeks before that.
Okay. All right, so you meet him in the car, he's got the 2 phones, and he's going back and forth with the numbers. Were you asking what he's doing, or what's going on?
He was just quiet.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I was on my phone.
Okay. So you're sitting there next to him, you're on your phone, he's doing his number stuff. What happens?
He told me he was gonna give me the phone for like social media stuff.
Right, but he's going to give you one of his 2 phones. Okay. And you said for social media stuff?
Yeah, post some pictures and checking your emails and stuff.
Does your brother have social media?
Yeah, Instagram, yeah.
Okay. In fact, you know your brother, does he go by other names too?
Other than his real name,
Uh-huh.
Straight Drop.
Okay. Straight drop and sometimes just drop.
Yeah, this is real name.
Okay. And when you say give it to you for his social media, what do you mean by that?
Kind of like, I don't know, I guess he was just busy. He just needed me to keep up with like the people that was emailing him, like these
Okay, so
producers, stuff like that.
all right, so let me back up. He gives you his phone because it's the idea that people may be calling or texting or messaging him. Okay, so he told you at the time that he needed you to use his phone to maybe post some stuff to his social media. Is that
Like videos, all this stuff.
okay? Did you ask him why he couldn't do this himself with his phone?
No.
Okay, but he has this phone in his hand. And he's going to give it to you, and you already have a phone. You don't need a phone.
No, I don't.
The car sounds good. And he wants you to have his phone and maybe post stuff to social media.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't ask him why. Does he provide any explanation?
Other than just for the social media stuff.
Okay. He doesn't say why he needs you to do this rather than him.
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's getting out of town?
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's got to lay low?
No, sir.
What happens after he gives you the phone?
Somebody was calling him and stuff, like rushing him to come on.
In the car there? So he's getting a phone call from while he's in there?
Yeah.
On one phone or the other, do you remember?
I don't know which one.
Okay. And so does that end y'all's little meeting?
Nah.
Okay. What
He was
happens?
still sitting in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, he was still doing the same thing with the phone.
Still putting numbers back and forth?
I mean, he just had both the phone. I wasn't looking to see what he was doing, but that's what it looked like he was doing.
Okay.
Looking at both phones.
Once got done putting numbers or whatever he was doing with both phones at the same time, what happened?
Nah, I asked him, was he straight? And he said, yeah. Then they called again. Whoever it was, called him again. And he like, here he comes. So he got out the car. Then he got in the key. I went in the house.
Okay, so he gets out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get in that white SUV with those other people?
Yeah.
Okay, and you go into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a car that he's given you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And you have a telephone that was his.
Yes, sir.
After you get possession of this phone, do people start trying to contact him on this phone?
Yes, sir.
All right, but you have the phone.
Yes, sir.
What happens when somebody contacts him on the phone that you have?
I'll text him and tell them that they called or text.
Okay, so if somebody calls him or texts him, and you then text him or call him
Mm-hmm.
and say, so-and-so just texted or called you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Were there ever times that somebody would call that phone and then you and your phone would call another phone and put them together so that they could talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you could aid in those sort of, sometimes we call them three-way or whatever, conversations between him and other people?
Yes, sir.
Among those sort of three-way conversations, did he ever talk to somebody identified as C?
The name in the phone was C Girl.
Okay. And the voice, was it a male or a woman?
The one time that I did hear it, you sound like you.
Sounded like a dude. At the time, did you know who C was?
No. No, sir.
Do you now know that to be Cornelius?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to hear a conversation going on between Justin on one end of the line and Cornelius, since you all sort of three-way there?
Not like full conversation.
Not the full conversation. Were you able to hear some of the conversation?
Just a little bit. I wasn't really just listening.
Okay. You've been asked before whether or not you heard some of the conversation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And have you described part of the conversation having to do with money?
Yes, sir.
Having to do with getting money to C?
The text message.
The text messages?
Yeah.
And what was it about?
It was like, he just kept saying like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? And stuff like that. And I was texting my brother, and I was telling him, somebody texted me. And he was like, who he is and what he wants. And then when I told him, he kept saying like, he loved him and stuff like that. And then he said, have you talked to Uncle?
Okay. Did you know who Unc was at that time?
No, sir. He said, talk to him. Then he said, if you talk to him, tell him I need some money for my little girl's birthday party.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did that make any sense to you?
I really don't care.
About money, though.
Mm-hmm.
The money that would be coming from Justin and Unc to this C person.
I don't think he was coming from Justin. I think he was just coming from
Coming from Unc.
He was telling him to ask him.
Okay. So C was asking Justin to ask Unc where the money is.
Yes, sir.
At the time, did you know who Unc was? At the time, had you ever even heard of Big Jook?
I knew he was, yeah. Yeah.
Had you ever met him?
No.
You ever talked to him?
No, sir.
Okay, but you knew his name
Yeah.
from the rap game and everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Did you use that phone like that? I mean, would various people text and call, and then you tell your brother, hey, so-and-so text and call?
He was only it was a couple people. Yeah.
A couple people? Okay. During the course of doing this, did your brother ever tell you where he was?
Talking about after he left from him.
He never told you where he was?
No, sir.
At some point, the police come to you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
They come to your apartment,
Yes, sir.
and they want something you got. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
They want that phone,
Yes, sir.
your brother's phone.
Yes, sir.
And did you give him that phone?
Yes, sir.
And did you agree with to go back to the station with them and, be interviewed by the police? Did you do that?
They took me there.
They took you there, okay.
Yeah.
They took you there. You turned over the phone and told them about Justin giving it to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, the original reason that he gave you for this phone was so you could do postings on social media and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Did you do postings on social media for him while he was gone?
Yes, sir. It was like 2 pictures.
Which 2 pictures?
It was like a picture of some food, like a restaurant,
Okay.
and another one was like some shoes.
Okay. So you posted 2 pictures for him, which would be a picture of some fancy shoes,
Just
some Jordans, and a picture of some food. And did he ask you to post those pictures?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you also follow his social media? Could you see the stuff he posted on social media?
Yes, sir.
Was he still posting stuff on his social media? Not just you? Like a picture of him in a Rolls Royce, or a picture of him holding tens and tens of thousands of dollars?
Not like around the time I posted those pictures.
I understand.
Straight on down the line, yeah.
Further on down the line. Okay. Before he got arrested.
Yes, sir.
So that's not you posting those pictures.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I think the police already had the phone at that point.
Yes, sir.
Pass you exhibit 57 and 56. Tell me who's in this picture, if you would. I think you've seen those before, Jamarcus, is that right?
Yeah.
Who's in those pictures?
Just,
Your brother, Justin? Have those exhibits returned? I'm done asking you questions, Jamarcus.
One moment, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Marcus. If you don't mind, I'll call you Marcus since we have more than one Mr. Johnson in the class.
Yes, sir.
All right. My name's Luke Evans. I just got maybe just one question for you, or a couple of questions for you. So you knew Justin to be an aspiring rapper,
Yes, sir.
correct? He was trying to get signed.
Yes, sir.
Had you ever, prior to that date, ran his social media or YouTube before?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that wasn't something, that wasn't a new thing for him to ask you to do.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Four person? If you would stand and read your verdict, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Thank you. Juror number 1, is that your verdict? Juror number 34, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 35, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is that your verdict? Juror number 14, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 17, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 27, is that your verdict?
It is, Your Honor.
Juror number 33, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 25, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 44, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 23, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 28, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for your time and attention to this matter this week. Our system of self-government would not work without your service and sacrifice that you've made. Thanks again for your time and attention. You are excused.
Jurors excused.
Mr. Johnson, the jury having found you guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As the 13th juror, I affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison. I will set punishment as to the conspiracy and the convicted felon in possession of a firearm after a sentencing hearing. The date for that hearing will be November 1st?
Yes, Your Honor.
November 1st. There's nothing else to take up?
We will prepare the judgment sheet and pass that forward, Judge.
Thank you. And the pre-sentence report. The order for the pre-sentence report.
Sir, let's do that. We'll get this to you.
Thank you. You may adjourn court.
All rise. This honorable court stands adjourned to Monday morning at 9 a.m.
Mr. Hagerman, have you heard from Mr.
I've
Roy?
been texting with him, and he hasn't given me a date yet. My sense is next week is not good. And then he said he had a jury trial the last week of